Hi, I'm Patrick Reid from the Adamis Principle. Lots to talk about today, and the markets have not disappointed. Just when you thought it was safe to put some risk on, we get a tariff slap. But let's just recap on what's been happening in the last 7 days. The Fed cuts, dollar rallies. Now, when has that happened before? Stocks tank. Interestingly, Jay Powell, he looked quite weak and uncertain in the presser. Both Trump and markets were a bit upset, and you did see the dollar spot get some short covering. I think there was a position move there into the presser. They were expecting, obviously 25 bits was priced in, but they were expecting not a one and done, just a bit more. And they didn't get that. There was some mixed messaging, mid-cycle versus. I didn't say there was a one and done from Jay Powell. So all in all, short dollar was covered, so it went higher. So on that note, Trump slapped some more tariffs on China, risk off on Friday. Non-farm payroll, pretty good actually, okay, in line. And hard data, there's nothing to really write home about it, but the Fed's discounting it, especially Corrida. Let's just see what today and this week will play out, because China's retaliated with some more tariffs. We've got 7 cracking and on dollar CNH, and basically the thing, let's just go to the first chart. The thing that you really need to be aware of is there's a lot of excitement about the magic 7. We have cracked that. We are in a new leg of risk off, but the key thing to remember is everyone's waiting for PBOC fixing at 6.9. If that changes, that could indicate a policy or regime change on this 7. 7 is a soft peg. Some desks have been saying FDI outflows will then make them move, but it may not happen until there's a real sense of where the PBOC sits on this. So, just be aware of that. So the next slide, this is Swiss yen. Just a kind of FYI, really. I like to look at this just for funding flows. And interestingly, Swiss is the real safe haven, but not so much in this case. Swiss were getting sold in favor of yen. Just a kind of like interesting flows on funders. So the next slide, OIS, 18th September, pretty much guaranteed a slam dunk on 25-bit cut. So again, as I mentioned before, Fed behind the curve from day one, right? This is interesting, but let's look at an even more interesting chart, which is October, further out. This one says, another 25 bips. So as you can see, it's above 50% probability, and it's staying firm. This just means basically the Fed is either needs to catch up pretty darn quick, in line with the curve. My own thoughts is Trump is probably, could be forcing the Fed's hand to cut more. Who knows? But whatever Trump does, whether directly or indirectly, because let's not forget the Fed is independent, it's all going to support his 2020 election campaign. So some interesting charts. It's going to be a volatile week. Watch that risk, and I hope you have a good week.